It's my life living with HIV. So guys, hi, it's me, Lisa Faye, coming to you live from outside. I'm actually coming to pick up my daughter. She's a manager for the track team at her high school, and they are way over there. And then we have another team that's on the field. That's the soccer team right there. So yeah, I'm here to, hey y'all, we on our way to the AAOI. Yay, what a happy day.
Mama, what you saying?
What a happy day.
Got a new piercing.
She's
I'm trying to tell them. We got a new piercing.
All right, let me get this right quick. And Brianna say, hey girl.
Hello. Y'all see that?
She's so silly. I just had to get out of there. Yes, girl, we're here. Let me.
So I've already checked these two in.
What happened? So close.
Miss Linda.
Wait.
Yeah, these two I've already checked in. Yeah, these two right here.
Hi. Brit, B-R-I-T-T. It's two Brits, Lisa and Brianna.
Would you like a t-shirt? They're extra large for it.
You got 1X? Yeah. No.
Brianna.
B-R-I-T-T. Thank you.
Yes, that's me.
If you go to that machine, slide your ticket in, it'll validate it.
Okay, thank you. You said, what about t-shirt?
Get over here, she'll give you
Oh, to get it. Oh, I got the bag right here? Oh, okay, thank you. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Go say hi. Yeah, okay. Just come say hi. She gonna be, stay right there. She gonna be surprised to see you.
Girl, this would be a nice point for me to exert my business.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people here with locks.
Yep. Look at my old supervisor.
Where he or she?
The gray hat on. Girl, look at the female condom. Okay, so we're going. We're going wait. Brianna, where we at? Where we at?
The AAOI. AAOI.
She's so silly. Okay, wait.
No, I'm over here too.
Hey, boss.
Hey, look at here. What's up? How are you? Hey, you know, I promise you, I said I thought about you probably like 2 months ago. Yeah, I went to the cab to do something, and I was just thinking about the groups and the people and everything, and you crossed my mind. How life treat you?
Oh, good.
It's good stuff.
This
This like the grown woman now.
She's 17.
Wow, how beautiful. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, my name is A. I used to work with your mom a long time ago. Long time ago on my end. But you definitely.
Yeah, she making us, yeah, you know.
Right. That's what's up. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Okay.
Wait, come here. Hi, y'all. Hey, Tim, how you doing?
So good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Let me get on camera. What's up, y'all? We here at AAOI. Make sure y'all come out and represent. Y'all see us looking good as we do. Hey, be in the building with us. Okay. Always.
It's my daughter, Brianna.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, lady.
What's up? Long time to you.
I know. Oh, good to see you. Please tell me your name again. Maxine. Brianna, where you going? You remember my little one? Wow. 17?
I used to get people contact.
Huh?
I got you. All right.
Mine? Oh, over there. Yeah. Good to see you, hon. Come on, she ready now.
Come on, brother. So good to see you.
Peekaboo. Look.
Let me see. Do I know you? Do I know you? It has been forever.
She asked about you. She did. She asked about. She said that lady gonna be there to always say she don't.
Well, you know, I keep threatening the dear Lord. I keep saying, I'm 77 years old. People keep asking me, when are you going to retire? I said, because I'm talking to the dear Lord every morning. I go, will you hurry up and get rid of HIV?
I know that's right.
Get rid of it totally, not
Right.
90%.
Right.
100%. The cure.
Okay. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you.
Yes. She's 17. Senior. She's studying criminal forensic right now.
I'm taking an early college course. I'm gonna take up to being a detective.
And now, your butterfly girls, I need information for that for the hotline.
Okay. I need information. So basically, the Butterfly Girls' mission, and I can email it to you as well, is to enhance lives who are newly diagnosed with HIV through education, motivation, and sharing my testimony.
Send it to infoline.
But thank you, seriously. I am Fulton County Commissioner Khadijah Abdul-Rahman, Vice Chair. Unfortunately, the Chair, Rob Pitts, could not be here today, so I will bring greetings to you as the first Muslim woman elected to office in the state of Georgia. I am honored to be here. But listen, you all, I just want to say, being as the Vice Chair of Fulton County Board of Commissioners and a proud representative of our very diverse and resilient community, I am honored to not only extend warm greetings to each and every one of you gathered here today, but we convene under the significant theme of unpacking healthcare, social determinants of health. That's a mouthful, y'all. A theme that resonates deeply with our shared commitment to combating and ultimately eliminating HIV/AIDS. As a Black woman, I am keenly aware of the disproportionate number of African American women impacted by HIV. I would be remiss if I did not say that. HIV touches us in so many different ways. But as a woman of color, I must compare to you that as a woman of color, it does hit us even harder. But our focus today is not only on the impact HIV/AIDS has on Black women in Georgia, but also on its pervasive presence in various demographics of our society. This gathering, as you can see, and you look at your neighbors, is a powerful reminder that our collaborative fight against HIV/AIDS is inclusive, transcending race, gender, and socioeconomic boundaries. As we delve into these discussions and strategies today, let us remember that HIV testing and prevention are pivotal in a collective journey towards health, empowerment, and disease eradication. The path to eliminating HIV/AIDS runs through the heart of our community, calling for an inclusive and comprehensive approach that addresses the diverse social determinants of health. As you all proceed with the agenda today, I am filled with optimism and determination that together we stand on the forefront of change, poised to make a significant impact in our relentless pursuit of a future free from HIV and AIDS. Now you can clap for that if you like to, because I believe it. You know, life and death lies in the word and the tongue, and we are going to combat this disease. But more importantly, we're going to combat the stigma around it. So many of us have lost loved ones, not from the ailment itself, but because of the stigma. And I want to take this time, Ms. Vincent, if you just kind of bear with me. When God put something on me, I must say it. I must be obedient. It is the stigma that many die from. Yeah. It is the lack of care and love that many die from. It is the fact that we are not the true village that we profess to be. And more importantly, as an elected official, I must stand on what I believe we need to do more legislatively to make sure this community is protected.
That's right.
And I say that to you with an open and humble heart, that those that will hear me now will say, not at election time, but all year long, that we stand with our brothers and sisters to fight this and the stigma, and to fight the loneliness, the depression of those who oftentimes die alone because of the shame.
Yes.
So I ask today, as I leave and I close my speech, there's nothing greater than love. But love is an action word.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes.
You have to do more than say it, you must show it. I am Vice Chair Commissioner Khadijah. I love you, God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a wonderful day.
I don't know if you all remember, but we haven't been here
I know.
in 5 years.
Yeah.
We have not been in this room together
Yeah.
on this platform
Yes.
in 5 years. Facebook reminded me yesterday, the last time we was here, I was less gray. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I had a little bit more hair. Arla, Emily's brown daughter, was 4. And we sat outside in the corner and we took a picture together, holding a sign up. 5 years later, we're back for the first time. So I think that's an amazing task. So please, it's good to see y'all, and we're gonna have a great time today. I just would be remiss if I do not highlight some of the things that our commissioner and our chair has already said. Social determinants of health matter. Social determinants of health matters. Okay? Our commissioner stated, stigma is really one of the leading issues when we think about taking care of people living with HIV. And that's the truth. We're less than 3 blocks away from a place where individuals still die with HIV and AIDS. Let me say that again. We're less than 3 blocks away from where more than 700 people die every year related to HIV. Wow. 700 people. That's more than 1 person every day. For more than 20 years, we've had adequate antiretroviral therapy, medication to truly treat HIV. But we still see more than 700 people dying from HIV in the city, in the state that we call home. And it's as a result of social and political determinants of health.
Yes.
Social and political determinants of health. Here, across the Part A, the Ryan White Part A program, we take care of more than 16,000 people living with HIV. 16,000 people living with HIV. We see viral suppression or being undetectable, roughly 80-ish, 83% for people who routinely come to care. So that's roughly 4 out of 5. So if you're sitting at a table with 5 people, 4 of you all would be undetectable. And then, yes, that's a round of applause.
Yes, yes.
In that same round of applause, we still have more to do.
Yes.
We have more than enough resources. Let me say this again. We have more than enough resources to get that last one to be undetectable.
Yes, yes,
Okay?
yes.
Y'all acting like I'm not telling the truth. Okay, I won't come back. Don't worry about it. These are all the places you could go to across our counties to get HIV services. And I'm going to call them one by one, and I want you to stand up and make some noise if you represent that squad, okay? AAOI-Atlanta. AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Anise Incorporated. Okay. Atlanta Legal Aid Society.
Yes.
The Cherokee County Board of Health. Okay. The Clark County Board of Health. The Clayton County Board of Health. The DeKalb County Board of Health. Emory University Hospital at Midtown. Here's to life. Those are the purple squad. Grady Infectious Disease Program, IDP. NASM, where's NASM? Come on, NASM. Positive Impact Health Centers. Hello. St. Joseph Mercy Care Services. Project Open Hand. Someone Cares Inc. And Southside Medical Center. We have more than 17 places where you can receive quality HIV care services. I would say that was the Part A program. We also have the End the HIV Epidemic program that takes care of individuals living and vulnerable to HIV. See, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Doctor. Say it, doctor, say it.
Okay. I have 5 slides. I have 5 slides in the video. Okay? Let's jump through these. Okay, thank you. So our objectives today, we're going to define what are social determinants of health. Okay? We'll explain HIV health, how HIV health impacts and social determinants be. Okay? And finally, we'll identify some community solutions to remedy these determinants. Next slide. Mike shows in the back. Can you play the video for me? There we go.
Here in the mountains, walking past the lake and see a fish that's near death. I wonder what's wrong with that fish. On your walk the next day, there's another fish sick and dying. And day after day, as you walk past the lake, there's even more fish that are sick and dying. I thought something was wrong with the fish, but I wonder if something's wrong with the lake. As you travel through the mountains, each lake you come to has the same scene. A lot of fish that are sick and dying. I was focusing on the fish, but now I wonder, is something wrong with the source of the water in that region that is making the fish sick? Maybe it's the groundwater that's feeding the lakes in the area. This analogy, developed by the Racial Equity Institute, illustrates our tendency to tie social problems to individual behaviors and decisions. Sick fish. However, racism and other forms of oppression in our history, systems, structures, and policies are the root causes, the groundwater of these inequalities, the polluted lake. These systems and structures shape the opportunities people have to be healthy and thrive in each community, the jobs available and who has access to them, the quality of schools and how that impacts and influences student success, the access to affordability and use of health care, the neighborhoods and spaces where people live, work, and play, and the ways people interact with each other in all of those settings, all of which are under the umbrella of the term social determinants of health. These are the kinds of conditions and the environments in which people are born, grow, live, learn, work, and worship that affect health. There are three major ways in which social determinants may affect specific populations. First, differences in exposure. Everyone is vulnerable to stress and environmental toxins. However, certain population groups, because of structural inequalities and racism, experience differences in economics, employment, education, and housing, and may be more likely than others to be exposed to social and physical environments that are harmful, stressful, and compromise their health. For example, people of color and poor people are more likely to live closer to where toxic chemicals are produced, processed, or stored. As a result, a family or entire community can be impacted by unsafe drinking water, polluted air, or other contaminants. Second, differences in vulnerability. A family's ability to fix the source of contamination makes them more vulnerable than other families to health problems. The family may not realize their water is unsafe. When they do, the family and other community members contact the service provider to advocate for resolution, but are offered no options to mitigate the problem. Adults and children in the family may get sick. Third, differences in consequences. Differences in wealth, social standing, connectedness, and other factors can lead to very different outcomes where health issues are concerned. Communities with social networks that do not include policy decision makers may have a harder time making changes and a tougher time escaping the harms that exist in their neighborhoods and workplaces. For a family with higher income and social standing, unsafe water may be a short-term annoyance until they get resolution from the service provider or move to a home with safer water. However, a family with lower income has limited options. This family may have no other option but to remain in their home, identify alternate ways to access safe water, and continue to fight for mitigation for months or even years. Continued exposure to unsafe water and the inability to pay for regular health care or medical treatment will result in severe illness or worse. The difference can result in diminished health for multiple family members, job loss, homelessness, and additional consequences for the children. Social determinants affect us all. The era of COVID spotlights our collective vulnerability and dependence on one another. Our humanity is threatened when one death is treated as a tragedy, while 1 million deaths are brushed off as a statistic. We have to appreciate the value of everyone's lives. When thinking about social determinants of health, emphasize health equity. Let's think about health equity in a way that's forward-looking, focuses on assets, yet recognizes and accounts for systems and historical injustice. You may often hear the term health inequalities or disparities when it comes to talking about differences in health outcomes. Let's instead shift our focus from disparity to equity. Health equity is the assurance of the conditions needed to be healthy for all people, regardless of identity. Dr. Kamara Jones offers a framework and checklist for identifying equity-minded solutions. Achieving health equity requires valuing all individuals and populations equally and recognizing and rectifying historical injustices, while also providing the necessary resources according to need. Health disparities will be eliminated when health equity is achieved. To make health equity a reality, we must think critically about the social determinants impacting health. Ask yourself, what are the structural factors that influence the capacity of individuals or populations to reach their full potential for health and well-being? Instead of only looking at the fish, look at the polluted lake and think about the groundwater. Pay attention, be aware of, and create strategies that reach beyond the surface to make the most meaningful steps towards health equity. Learn more about how others are tackling social determinants of health at these resources.
Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Be aware, be aware, be aware, and create a strategy.
Okay, y'all, we're getting ready to find our room, which is a Paul Duke room.
Yeah, I just realized it's right here. And that was a child.
Okay, so right now we're in the Hopper Update, City of Atlanta and sponsors. That's the first one we're getting ready to do.
I am the Director of Fiscal Operations for the City of Atlanta, Department of Grants and Community Development, and this is...
Hi, I'm Genevieve Jones. I am the Director of Entitlement and Competitive Compliance for the City of Atlanta, Department of Grants and Community Development.
And we are here again representing the City of Atlanta, Department of Grants and Community Development. Our Commissioner, Deborah Lonnon, was unable to make it today, but she sent us in her stead, so we are going to go over a high-level presentation of HOPWA, talking about the different activities, what they are. So, HOPWA, navigating the system. What is HOPWA? HOPWA stands for Housing Opportunities for Persons with AIDS, HOPWA. HOPWA was established in 1992 by the AIDS Housing Opportunity Act. HOPWA is the only federally sponsored program specifically targeting people living with HIV and AIDS and their families. Housing is healthcare. That's a phrase that, is everybody familiar with that phrase? Housing is healthcare, healthcare
Yes.
is housing. All right, so if you have stable housing, it's easier to maintain, you know where your medicine is at. You're able to get to your doctor's appointments. I don't know about you all, but whenever I travel, I always seem to lose a sock, a shoe, a shoelace,
Really?
toothpaste, toothbrush. I come back with less than what I left with. All the time, it never fails. So just imagine if your housing isn't stable and you have to move from place to place, you're not centered, you're not centrally located. So you will lose things. You will lose things that are very important to you, such as your medicine. Housing is healthcare, and it also provides a sense of security for each and every one of us. HOPWA consists of several components, and we're going to go through each of these in detail. Permanent housing, TBRA, which stands for tenant-based rental assistance. Permanent housing, which is facility-based. Facility-based development. That's something that we've been focusing on a lot more these past few years. It's focused on facility-based development, which means acquisition, rehab, and construction of new housing facilities. Transitional housing, short-term housing, hotel, motel, also known as emergency lodging, supportive services, housing information, PHP, permanent housing placement, and then you have STRMU, short-term rental, mortgage, and utility assistance, what I like to refer to it as STROM-U. So if you hear me say STROM-U, or if you hear anybody say STROM-U, they're talking about short-term rent, mortgage, and utility assistance. Tenant-based rental assistance. Tenant-based rental assistance, TBRA or TBRA, they refer to as any of those, is permanent housing. This is when the actual lease is in the recipient's name. So they might have their credit is good enough for them to get their own place, but they just might need a little assistance financially. Tenant-based rental assistance, it works similar to the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, where you choose your place. It has to be under a certain rental limit, and that assistance can last up to 5 years. However, at the end of those 5 years, if there's extenuating circumstances and you would need more time, it's extended on a case-by-case basis.
That's all right.
Engaging and speaking. So rather than me spend this time giving you a lot of information, which you're getting a lot of information in a lot of rooms from a lot of different people, I actually want this room to be a listening room for you to share your experience. All right? My name is Chauncey McLaughlin. I'm the HIV policy manager at Georgia Equality. I'm so pleased to be here. I've been meditating on the possibility of this room for about 6 months. I'm one of those people who believes that our potential will never be realized until we begin to imagine ourselves in the driver's seat of our experience, as opposed to something or someone external to you or me. I believe that sometimes in our area, we don't have the health outcomes that we deserve because we actually don't believe we're worthy. There's actually something on the inside of us that makes us feel that if we have some type of chronic condition, perhaps we engaged in behavior that was appropriate for us to be penalized with certain status. And so as a result of that mindset, we are more timid when it comes to claiming what is ours. And so what I do is I work from the inside. I believe advocates are built from the inside out, not from the outside in.
Amen.
That's why I wrote a book called Deliver Yourself from Evil. This is a journey of the hero where you believe that you are entitled to the best of all things. And this is without condition. You can't do or say anything to disqualify yourself from the best possible outcome. And that, coincidentally, is the foundation of this amazing nation that we have the pleasure to live in. Too often, I think in our area, what most people have done is reduced ourselves to our race or our gender or our sexual orientation or our health condition. That's unfair to us. We are all more than what people see on the surface, but they're not going to import to you the same value they have on the inside of them unless you connect to them and make them see you as peers and colleagues. It's critically important that when we approach people with power and people with access, we're not begging to be seen. We're not pleading to be heard. We deserve, as much as anyone, the ability to show up and affect the change that this country was founded on. It does not work without effective constituency from the margins to the center. And what we're doing today is we're going to show to each other the power that sits in the chair next to you. You don't need any D's behind your name. You don't need any sheepskin on your wall. You don't need a professional email address or status. Just by your very breath, you deserve the best of all possibilities. And so today, I have invited some friends of mine across many different aspects. Usually when you hear about a conference, people are like, what are you going to talk about? I'm not going to talk much at all. I'm just going to set the table. You know how you have somebody in your family who's just really good at creating an atmosphere and then getting out of the way so that the beautiful thing that happens when God's people occupy space, it happens automatically unless someone dares to interfere with it. And that's what's happening in our political landscape. We've got people who have put themselves in our way by very intention and by their declaration. They've said we, because of how we look or how we live or how we love, we no longer deserve. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. And I need everyone in this room and all that you are connected to begin thinking very differently about who you are and what belongs to you. Healthcare is a right. It's not even a civil right, it's a human right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about all the things. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Are y'all ready?
Oh, yes.
Can you put the energy up?
I want to thank you for setting up this segue, because this is going to lead into a number of things. Because her presentation, not only was it eye-opening, we had questions we want to ask, but if you don't mind if I use some of the slides from your presentation. This one here stood out. There's 500,000 people that are lost or going to lose, have lost coverage. So I'm going to repeat that again. 500,000 people in the state of Georgia have lost coverage.
Goodness radio. All right. Oh my goodness, I can't get my plates. Salmon. I think I want salmon.
The best part of macaroni and cheese is on the side. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, now you tell me. Now you tell me. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see.
I approve of the macaroni.
Are you doing?
And don't. Get up.
Swings in the front and a dom's in the back. Ain't taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. The whole click snap. Swings in the front and a dom's in the back. Ain't taking no flicks, but the whole click snap. That's what we got.
Your chef probably smelled you and went running.
Other than wines that I waste my time putting on there. Oh, there's more. Parse bar. Walk to the room, parse bar. Now, all you girls, you have space to do all that you want to do. And remember, we're not going to be just fierce.
get some information.
County Board of Health table.
Okay.
Our drug user health supplies and sexual health clinic supplies are here and there.
Okay. Oh, you got masks.
And this is a water bottle. You can put anything in this. You can put liquor. You can put
No, you didn't say liquor.
When I'm down on the track.
Get your own. Get your own.
Get your own.
And this right here, if you scan this,
Okay.
fill something out and they'll mail you this thing. This is how you reverse a drug overdose.
Oh,
so you
yeah.
can save a life with that. And they also will send you some fentanyl test strips. So if you share a space with anyone who uses substances, you want them to be safe using them. If you can't stop them from using, you want them to be safe using them. So that's what you can pass this to as many people as you want.
Okay, I sure will.
And they'll have those supplies mailed to them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And then this is our our linkage services or case management services program. I'm working with the class program.
For case management? Case manager in what?
So for minority men who are either newly diagnosed with HIV or they don't have to test positive, but if they're vulnerable to contracting HIV, they would call us. We're navigators.
Okay.
A team of 3 of us.
Okay.
We just make sure that they don't have any barriers that are blocking them from having their basic needs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. How you doing?
Good.
Okay. So this is Southside Medical. Is that like in South Fulton?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Where's this located?
So we have 11 locations. Our main center is off of Ridge Avenue in Pryor Street, right down the street by the Georgia State Stadium.
Oh, okay.
By Old Turner Field. That's our main location. Which the Ryan White program is there, but we also have pediatrics, women's care, optometry, dentistry, mental health, specialty, infectious disease.
Okay, let me get this.
Mental health, case management.
Okay.
But we have 11 locations throughout the metropolitan Atlanta.
So y'all have case management.
Yes.
So I see the services housing for HIV. Okay. Who you talking about? Right here. Let me just see. As you know, that's who I used to work. Hello there, it's me, Lisa Faye, coming to you live from my living room. I want to tell you something. I got to tell you something. Give you some little educational things about depression and HIV. HIV infection itself does not cause depression, nor does the progression of the disease automatically lead to depression. Critical crisis points are common of a depressive state in HIV-infected individuals. Depression is the most commonly reported psychiatric disorder. Despite its prevalence, depression is commonly underdiagnosed and consequently untreated in general medical population. In primary care, physicians miss between 1/2 of 2/3 of patients having depression. Depression is often viewed as an expected reaction to a medical illness. This is some good information that I've looked up even for myself and for y'all to understand about how depression and HIV go hand in hand, okay? And sometimes people are already depressed about life situations, okay? And then if you get diagnosed with HIV, that's just another, what do they call it? Crisis points. Yeah. So HIV infection, like they said, itself does not cause depression. Okay. Now, I have more information to give you, and I want to let you know I got this from National Library of Medicine. Okay. Also, I need you to subscribe to my channel if you are a regular viewer, and if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to my channel, like it, please, thumbs up, okay, and give me a comment. Let me know what else you would like to know about HIV. All right, I give you some good information. All right, I have some more information for you. What causes depression among people with AIDS? The cause of depression are currently a matter of intense reaction, an interaction between generic predisposition and life history appear to determine a person level of risk. Episodes of depression may then be triggered by stress, effects of medication, or the efforts of HIV on the brain. People with HIV suffer from depression caused by shame, trauma, and substance abuse. Is HIV a mental illness? While mental health conditions are common in the United States, those living with HIV are higher rates of mental health conditions than those who do not. People living with HIV are twice as likely to have depression compared to those without HIV. How is HIV and mental health related? People with HIV infection, and related opportunist infections can affect the brain and the rest of the nervous system. This may lead to changes in how a person thinks and behaves. Now, you can get this information from HIV Info, and that's HIV Info at nih.gov. That's HIV Info at nih.gov, or you can call 800-448-0440. What is mental health? Mental health refers to a person's overall emotional, psychological, and social well-being. We can all help prevent suicide. Just want to let you know that. If you need help, if you know someone else that needs help, you can dial 988. That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Again, that's 988. Okay? That's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Do HIV people need to reduce stress? For depressed persons with HIV, infection has already been shown to produce reductions in symptoms of emotional distress. There is strong evidence to suggest that a social structure, such as a support group, provides individuals with meaningful support, encouragement for the expression of relevant emotions, and a buffer from stress. You can refer to American Psychiatric Association. One of the most common mental health conditions that people with HIV face is depression. I got this from hiv.gov. Please subscribe to my channel.